Now on 4 News Now at 6, a Spokane salon owner says people don't feel safe in downtown Spokane and it's hurting her business. The legal action she's taking to hold the city and Catholic charities accountable for the crime and drug use in the area.
And get ready for what could be the last sizzling days of summer. I'll show you how hot it's going to get where you live in my First Alert forecast.
And another case of measles confirmed in North Idaho. What health officials are doing to make sure doctors are prepared for when this highly contagious disease makes its way to Spokane County. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Well, the Spokane community came together today to mourn and celebrate the life of the late Sheriff Sergeant Ken Salas. Salas spent the last 34 years protecting and serving the Spokane community. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Sergeant Salas died earlier this month when he was hit by a motorcycle while trying to clear a hay bale off of I-90. He is the first member of the Sheriff's Office to die in the line of duty in over 20 years. Alexandra Cohen-Yarts is live from the Law Enforcement Memorial by the Public Safety Building tonight. And Alexandra, you were at both the memorial service and the procession earlier today.
Yeah, Kirsten, and it was incredibly emotional. It was sad, but it was also heartwarming to hear these beautiful stories that people had to share about Sergeant Ken Salas and the impact he had on this community. Even if you didn't know him personally, it was hard to not grow fond of him while sitting in that room. For the first time in almost 2 decades, our Spokane County Sheriff's Office had to say goodbye to a cherished member of their family who passed away in the line of duty while trying to keep others safe.
Rest easy, brother. We have the watch from here.
Law enforcement, first responders, loved ones packed this room at the Spokane Convention Center to celebrate the legacy that Salas leaves behind.
Ken was the very definition of a giver.
Sergeant Griffin Criswell was Salas's partner sergeant. He read the thoughts of those who looked up to Salas while working under his leadership in his platoon.
Ken was an irreplaceable figure in many deputies' careers, including my own. What stood out most about Ken, though, was his even-keeled nature. He never talked negatively about anyone. He never got upset either.
Those in attendance traveled from across Washington and even other states to pay their respects to Salas, a man who is described as being the same both in uniform and out.
I will say that he is a model of what we as a community and what we as the Sheriff's Office expect of our peace officers.
His family, you can find a link to do so on our website at kxly.com. You can also come and show your respects here at the Law Enforcement Memorial right outside of the Public Safety Building. You can see a couple of people have already done so by dropping off flowers. That plaque right behind me is also where Salas's name will be put. For now, reporting live, Alexandra Cohen-Yarts, sending it back to you.
Alexandra, thank you. And before the memorial, hundreds of people lined the streets of Spokane to honor Sergeant Salas, including his neighbors.
He was always so kind to us.
Hear why so many said it was so important for the community to come out and show their support not only for Sergeant Salas, but the entire Spokane County Sheriff's Office. That's tonight at 6:30. Well, it was a very warm day to be out in Spokane.
And it's only going to get warmer as we approach the weekend. Jason Valentine in for Chris Crocker tonight with a look at that First Alert forecast.
Yeah, Kirsten, if you think today is warm, get ready for the weekend. Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Just a beautiful day out there. Hope you got outside and enjoyed it, or hope you can get outside this evening and enjoy. It's beautiful, and really the only hitch we had today was quite a bit of wind in the Spokane area. It has died down. We still have a bit of gusty winds in the Pullman region, but we do expect those winds to continue to slow down as we're heading into the evening and into your Thursday tomorrow. And tomorrow, yet another perfect day is in store. So area smoke still being held off by much of the mountains in the panhandle of Idaho. So it's just being held off, and we've been very lucky this year when it comes to air quality and the smoke. It just hasn't bedeviled us as it has in the past few summers, especially 2 years ago. So looking at our radar, we are free and clear from precipitation, and we've been free and clear for some time. We do expect to be free and clear for the next few days, if not for the next 2 weeks ahead. Now, this coming weekend is the weekend before Labor Day. Labor Day, of course, the official last day of, unofficial last day of summer, but we're going to be looking at heat going into this weekend and next. So clear overnight. We're going to have a beautiful evening. Overnight lows starting to get a little bit cooler in the mid-50s. But tomorrow, much like today, but get ready for the heat to start on Friday. I'll have all the details in my First Alert weather forecast coming up.
All right, Jason, thank you. Idaho State Police are investigating a deadly crash near Lewiston. Troopers say an 80-year-old man and a woman from Peck were heading east on Highway 12 yesterday afternoon. According to investigators, their Subaru Forester crossed the center line and crashed into a Ford Bronco. The Bronco rolled and caught fire, but bystanders pulled that driver to safety. She was taken to the hospital. The 80-year-old man driving the Subaru died at the scene. His passenger was airlifted to a hospital. One Spokane salon owner says she's fed up with the rampant drug use, vandalism, and harassment in downtown.
We're picking up aluminum with fentanyl debris on it. We're picking up needles.
She says the city and Catholic Charities have failed to address these issues, which she says stems from transitional housing properties nearby.
And she now plans to sue the city and Catholic Charities for a lack of intervention. Hunter Bertram is live on Division Street where that salon is. And Hunter, the salon owner told you today they're likely going to close up shop and move for the second time.
Kirsten, Linda Bile has owned her business for 16 years. She claims she'll move the shop for a second time due to crime and a risky environment for not only her employees, but customers. Today, she says she's fed up.
It's pretty hard to find a replica of this beautiful wellness facility.
Urbana owner Linda Bile is facing familiar challenges once again. She moved a few storefronts over almost 10 years ago to escape past troubles. But after a transitional housing facility opened nearby, Bile says conditions worsened. Today, the area outside the salon is known for drug use and crime. Last year, Mayor Lisa Brown declared an emergency to tackle the public health and safety issues here.
We've seen people openly injecting drugs. They've been on our stoop while people are injecting, and the litter is huge.
Bile claims a large presence of safe havens and transitional housing has increased violence and crime. She says the city and Catholic Charities have not addressed it despite her complaints. Yesterday, Bile's attorney filed a tort claim against the city and Catholic Charities, marking the first step in a civil lawsuit.
Without the city and the havens and Catholic Charities taking steps to remediate the problem, it's prolific and getting worse.
The suit seeks compensation for Bile's business losses and demands action, which could mean closing these properties. Catholic Charities Eastern Washington said in a statement Wednesday afternoon, in part, our agency is disappointed that Urbana Natural Spa, Salon, and Wine feels the poor and vulnerable are a nuisance. This orchestrated legal filing contains several misleading, inaccurate, and baseless allegations.
The city also told me today that they have received this claim and will be reviewing it as they do with all claims. You can also find the rest of the Catholic Charity statement on KXLY.com. Live in downtown Spokane, I'm Hunter Bertram for News Now.
All right, Hunter, thank you. New numbers show homelessness in Washington is still on the rise, but its rate of growth is starting to slow down. According to the Department of Commerce, homelessness grew about 4.5% compared to last year, and it's grown 25% since 2022. The report found about 159,000 people were living in emergency shelters or on the streets in January. That's up 2% from 2024. The Commerce Director acknowledging those numbers are still high, but says progress is being made thanks to investments in housing programs.
Well, faster and touch-free. A new way to skip the long lines at airport security is rolling out using facial recognition instead of showing your ID.
How the new e-gates work and where you'll see them next coming up. People are reading less than ever, but two genres seem to be immune. Find out which kinds of books have readers. Coming back for more.
And 2 more measles cases confirmed in Idaho, where they were found and the approach the Spokane Regional Health District is taking to stop the spread.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Watch our countdown to kickoff.
Sunday at 7, streaming live on KXLY+. The Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival is coming to Spokane. Join us for a weekend of culinary delights, all built around food and wine. Tickets can be purchased via the Experiences tab on the Davenport Hotel's Collections website. The festival is brought to you by these sponsors.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
And now, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing with around $10,000 in total value on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. Did they all just fade away? But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
Bill's Heating and AC has not one, not two, but 3 warehouses overstocked with top quality air conditioners. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a full heating and cooling system installed for only $6,500 to $8,500, depending on capacity. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
Nothing says summer better than spending some time on your back deck. And nobody has a better decking selection than your local pros at Windsor Plywood.
From beautiful railing options to beautiful decking, Windsor Plywood has what you need.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
The Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival is coming to Spokane. Join us for a weekend of culinary delights, all built around food and wine. Tickets can be purchased via the Experiences tab on the Davenport Hotel's Collections website. The festival is brought to you by these sponsors.
Well, there are now 3 confirmed cases of measles in Idaho, with health officials today confirming a new case in Bonner County. With 1 case already confirmed in Kootenai County, health officials say it's only a matter of time for this highly contagious disease to make its way to Spokane County.
And with the start of the school year approaching, the Spokane Regional Health District wants to make sure doctors are prepared. Madeline Mullins explains what health officials are doing to make sure doctors are ready.
Well, of those 3 cases, 2 are in North Idaho, and some people in Spokane County may have been exposed. With symptoms that look like any other cold, health officials say it's only a matter of time until a measles case pops up in eastern Washington. Fever, cough, runny nose, those symptoms can bring anyone into their health care provider. That's exactly what happened at Providence Sacred Heart. A patient traveled here from Bonner County to get treatment.
So was here for a couple days in a row seeking medical treatment, and then actually got admitted to the hospital when actually the diagnosis of measles was made.
That patient is now the 3rd confirmed case in Idaho. The health district warning that if you were here at Providence on August 12th and 13th in the Heart Pediatric and Adult ER, and August 15th in the Pediatric Oncology and Hematology Clinic, you may have been exposed.
So the people that were here, we actually have pulled a list, and we're reaching out to them to let them know personally, one-on-one, what to do.
Following this potential exposure, the health district is getting prepared.
We're probably going to have additional cases, and some of those cases may be in Washington State.
It's making sure healthcare providers are stocked up on medication to treat high-risk individuals, and that providers can get confirmation measles testing done as soon as possible. But it says the best way to prevent an outbreak is to make sure people are vaccinated.
Children die of this, and the mortality rate is pretty high.
Idaho has the lowest kindergarten MMR vaccination rate in the country, and in the 2 North Idaho cases, both children are unvaccinated.
That's why we want to get people thinking about getting up to date on their MMR vaccine.
Health District says if you have been exposed to measles or are experiencing symptoms, call your health care provider first instead of going to visit them in person so that you don't potentially expose anyone else. In studio, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Madeline, thank you. And health officials in Idaho are on high alert since the Gem State has some of the lowest vaccination rates in the country, with only 78% of kindergartners who received the measles vaccine last school year. To put that into perspective, 90% of kindergartners were vaccinated in Washington.
Today was pretty as a picture, but will it continue into our next to last weekend of August? Let me get you and your family prepared. My first alert weather forecast, that is next on 4 News Now at 6.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Olympus Living of the Spokane Valley. Independent and assisted living for adults 55 plus.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on drinks whenever you hit your afternoon slump.
We've got your pick-me-up covered because medium drinks are now $2.29. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This September, you could be leaving Northern Quest in something different. A lot different. As in, the whole neighborhood suddenly has a staring problem when you roll up in a new GMC Canyon. Different. It's our $160,000 Grander Canyon giveaway, with 2 2025 GMC Canyons up for grabs, plus thousands in cash prizes. You know, in case you need to add a garage to the garage. The Grander Canyon giveaway. Play daily to enter. Only at Northern Quest.
Custom is more than choosing from a few fabric options. With our custom upholstery, you get control over almost every detail, so you can design a piece that's perfect for you. From the style of the arms and legs to the cushion type and pillow shape. Perfect style, perfect comfort, created for you. The Custom Comfort Event. Get 30% off store-wide at the Tin Roof.
At Parker Subaru, adventure doesn't wait. With a large inventory of Crosstreks, Outbacks, Foresters, and Ascents, your Subaru is ready right now.
New or used, Subaru has delivered decades of legendary longevity, rock-solid reliability, and award-winning safety.
With the Subaru Wilderness Package, our compact SUVs deliver unstoppable performance to every trail for every season.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event, now through September 2nd at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on breakfast, which comes in handy when you've got the whole family in town.
Make someone's morning with buy one, add one for $1 on breakfast classics. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning.
Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
All right, we want to remind you, you can save on your trip to the North Idaho State Fair tomorrow by bringing a coat to help a child in need. Anyone who donates a gently used or new coat before 3 o'clock will earn free admission. And after that, a coat will get you a free ticket for a child under the age of 12. Of course, this is for our Coats for Kids campaign, and we hope that you will take part in it. It's kind of just the beginning, so there will be a lot more opportunity.
What a deal.
Just cleaned out 4 coats from our closet that the boys have outgrown. So.
Did they wear them once or twice?
A few more times than that, but yeah, you know how that goes.
Yes,
they outgrow things so quickly. All right, Jason Valentine joins us now, and weather going to be pretty perfect for the fair, although you might want an ice cream cone or something to cool off.
Well, and the only coat you need is sunscreen because it's going to be very sunny. Let's take a look outside. What a beautiful day. Hope you got out and enjoyed it. We're in the lower 80s right now, exactly where we thought we would be. And we're going to be just warming up slightly tomorrow. But then the big heat is going to be on the way as we get to the weekend. Wait till you see it. So seasonal temps today, a little warmer than seasonal temps tomorrow. Sunshine is continuing for the foreseeable future, staying dry for the foreseeable future. And the 90s return very, very soon. How soon? Looks like Friday, if not as we get to Saturday and into that weekend. So tomorrow, 86 degrees. So just getting a little bit warmer, and then my goodness, we are going to go in the stratosphere. Now, we haven't hit 100 degrees yet this year, and it looks like it could happen if things accelerate a little bit, but it looks like we're going to be staying under the triple digits for the year. I'm going to get to that in a second. But take a look at our lovely radar. We are free and clear, and we are just not expecting to see any precipitation for any time soon. We are still about 35% of the rainfall we should get in the last 30 days. We are struggling to get any precipitation, so don't expect it in the next 2 weeks, but hopefully as we get into September, we do see some showers. And really, the lack of rain has been the only downfall or negative of our summer. Look at this. The average temperature for our summer has been 82.3. That's 0.2 degrees above our average. And it's been quite a bit sunny as well. And as I said, no 100-degree plus temperature days, so it didn't get too hot. But the real thing I want to focus on is the air quality. The air quality, we have seen smoke coming into our regions for the past couple of summers, especially 2 years ago and 3 years ago. We have maintained a good air quality, 28.1. That's almost right in the middle of good. So it's just been a fine summer. So I hope you've had time to enjoy. And if you do love the summer fun outside, you're going to be loving the temperatures that are coming up. So current temperatures right now, we are in the lower 80s, and Pullman getting down to 78. Again, Tri-Cities is our hotspot at 89. Now, Tri-Cities in the areas, Moses Lake, Wenatchee, you're going to be nearing 100-degree temperatures as we get into our weekend. So we should be seeing some heat advisories for some of our regions very soon. So 24-hour change, we're a little bit cooler than we were yesterday at this time, but expect this to stop today as we're just going to continue to increase as we head towards that hot weekend. So current winds, we had gusts in the 20-mile-per-hour range just an hour ago in Spokane. Those have subsided. We have pretty much light winds, still a little bit of gusty winds in Pullman, but those winds are going to be dying down overnight into tomorrow. So a pretty calm, sunny, and warm Thursday is on the way. Speaking of which, 86, 90 on Friday, and then those hot temperatures start for your, again, it's our upcoming weekend isn't Labor Day. Labor Day weekend is the following weekend, but this is our next to last weekend of traditionally what we think of summer. So again, get outside and enjoy the summer while you can, and those temperatures are going to continue well into our next work week, if not into our Labor Day weekend proper. But folks, get ready for a beautiful day tomorrow, and then the heat will be on. Get ready for it, especially this weekend.
All right, Jason, thank you. Getting through airport security could soon get a lot faster and a whole lot more high-tech.
Yeah, ABC's Lionel Moise explains how getting through security could soon be as simple as standing still and taking a picture.
New way to fast track through airport security as airports get busier. Clear is now partnering with the TSA to launch new e-gates for Clear Plus members. Travelers will no longer have to show IDs to TSA officers, instead verifying their identity using a biometric scanner.
You don't even need to scan your boarding pass. The scanners see your face and they recognize you via biometrics. And so once the gate turns green, you can proceed through. You go straight to baggage screening. So it saves you a ton of time potentially.
The program is already up and running in Atlanta's airport, with Seattle and Washington Reagan next, before expanding to other cities.
The idea is that eventually you'll be able to just go through a threshold. There'll be no interaction with a human at all, and you go straight to baggage screening. So I think this is going to be a real time saver.
Some have raised concerns about using biometric data.
I think it's going to be great for those folks who don't have worries about privacy, who just want to get through the airport quickly.
This comes at a time when travel is booming. TSA reports 7 of its 10 busiest travel days ever were this year alone. And next year, millions will travel for soccer's World Cup here in the U.S. and the country's 250th birthday. The new e-gates join other options available to flyers to get through security faster. TSA PreCheck, which is free for military members, is already at more than 200 airports, and 15 U.S. airports now have a touchless ID version of TSA PreCheck using facial recognition. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
And speaking of travel, while back to school might be top of mind for most of us, there's still time for some of us to squeeze in one last summer vacation.
A lot of kids and families are going back to school, so there's going to be less people traveling in general.
We'll show you how to score the best deals tonight at 6:30.
And as school approaches, some kids struggle with anxiety or other mental health challenges. We'll show you what you can do to help.
And a deadly new drug is masquerading as Xanax. Why states are urging the federal government to take emergency action. Next on 4 News Now.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Watch our countdown to kickoff.
Sunday at 7, streaming live on KXLY Plus.
For more than 20 years, Blackhawk has electrified country fans. Experience them live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, October 16th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or CDAcasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care.
Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Figuring out how to best care for a senior in your family can be overwhelming. That's why several Spokane senior living communities have joined forces to bring you helpful, timely videos at kxly.com/seniorliving. Get expert advice, find trusted resources, and prepare your family for the future. Become informed because we know the needs of your loved ones will continue to change. Visit kxly.com/seniorliving today for helpful information and for people you can contact with your questions.
The hot summer specials are on now this week at Findlay Downtown Honda.
This is your chance to get one of the best vehicles made for less.
And if you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, our lot is packed full of great choices. And we are pricing them all to sell fast.
And right now, we're giving $1,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for your trade-ins.
Making it the perfect time to visit Findlay Honda Spokane today.
Summer's heating up, but your home doesn't have to. During Mainstream's No Sweat Summer Sales event, it's easier than ever to upgrade your comfort with the best financing offer of the year. For a limited time, enjoy 6 months, no payments, no interest on new AC systems. Stay cool, save big, worry less. Call Mainstream today or visit mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this amazing offer. Cooler air is just a click or call away. Don't sweat it. Mainstream has you covered.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Around the nation, more than 20 states are calling for the ban of a drug called designer Xanax.
It's been tied to a growing number of overdoses across the U.S. and has yet to be banned at the federal level. ABC's Rhiannon Alley explains what makes this drug so dangerous.
21 states are calling on the government to take emergency action to crack down on the drug bromezolam, also known as designer Xanax. The synthetic drug is made to resemble prescription pills, including Valium, Klonopin, and Xanax. It has never been approved for medical use and is both powerful and addictive.
It's a class of drugs that has a sedative, hypnotic, muscle relaxing, anxiety reducing effect.
The pills are often sold online, mostly to teens and young adults, through social media or fake pharmacies. The pills are often laced with fentanyl, a drug so powerful that even trace amounts can be deadly. And Narcan, the nasal spray that can reverse an opioid overdose, only goes so far.
When people overdose from a mixture of bromezolam and fentanyl, the Narcan will work on the fentanyl but not on the bromezolam, so that there's an increased risk of overdose death and or serious harm.
The so-called designer Xanax has been linked to hundreds of deaths across the country, including at least 47 in Kentucky last year. In February, officials in New York seized nearly 3.5 million counterfeit pills.
We seized enough drugs this year alone in powder and pills to kill the entire state of the population of New York and New Jersey.
Earlier this week, Kentucky joining Nevada, New Mexico, North Dakota, and West Virginia in banning the drug. Now attorneys general from 21 states are asking the DEA to ban the drug at the federal level. Writing in a letter, taking emergency action to schedule bromezolam will help law enforcement remove it from circulation, give prosecutors the tools to hold traffickers accountable, and send a clear signal that this dangerous substance has no place on our streets. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
All right, still to come, hundreds of people lined the streets of Spokane today to honor fallen Sheriff Sergeant Ken Salas.
The emotional tribute and why so many came out to show support for our first responders. Next at 6:30.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
From the creators of bacon, Applewood smoked ham. Ham and Swiss melts, 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema.
Touch can make players celebrate like winners, or make two move like one. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 5.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings.
With summer almost over and the kids soon headed back to school, now, more than ever, is the perfect time to get that new flooring or some stylish new cabinets before winter arrives. From Northwest Granite and Cabinets.
At Northwest Granite, our showroom is packed full of great ideas. From stunning granite, marble and quartz countertops, to modern-looking wall panels, and a large selection of flooring options. Northwest Granite can help you design it and install it so you can enjoy it.
The Meats family has finally gained a member. Meet Applewood Smoked Ham. Smoked is their middle name. 2 for $7 ham and Swiss melts. Arby's, we have the meats.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Law enforcement agencies came from all over the inland Northwest to escort Sergeant Kenneth Salas's body to his memorial.
Hundreds turn out to show their appreciation for Salas and how he served his community. Derek Strom spoke with a few people along the procession route this morning.
Hundreds of people along the route. Some had crossed paths with Salas over his decades-long career in law enforcement in Spokane County.
Especially those of us that lived within a few blocks. All of us are just pretty gutted about the whole thing.
Salas' neighbor Rachel Bren says he was always welcoming to her and her family and says their kids played together.
I'm surprised at how emotional it made me, just seeing all of the support. I'm surprised that there were places from Pasco and Walla Walla and Kootenai County. I didn't know that they would all be here.
Many people watching the procession were inspired by the number of law enforcement and fire agencies guiding Salas' body. Others came to support the first responders.
I think it shows that they know how important the police and fire department is and how important what work they do.
Some of the people I spoke with today knew Sergeant Salas personally, but many people at today's procession didn't, but they wanted to make sure they showed their respect for somebody who spent so much time serving this community.
You could not say your last goodbyes to them or anything like that. And that officer was taken in a spur of the moment because he shouldn't have died the way he did.
And they reflected on just how dangerous of a job the men and women in law enforcement have and the risks they take each day.
Yeah, get to know the people around you. They are kind, loving people who matter. It matters.
In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, it was a very warm day for a lot of those people who were paying their respects out on the streets.
Yep, and it's only going to get warmer as we head towards the weekend. Jason Valentine in for Chris Crocker once again with a look at that First Alert forecast.
Thank you so much, and good Wednesday evening to you. Hope you're having a wonderful one so far, and my goodness, if you ever need to think back at what is an average summer day, it is today. Our high was 83, that is normal, and we're almost right at our average low. So just a perfect day today. We do expect to see a similar day tomorrow, maybe just a little bit warmer, but my goodness, what conditions. Now we have no rain expected. The radar is free and clear. We barely have any clouds out there, and we don't expect many clouds for the next couple of days. Winds were gusting a little bit today, especially in Spokane in the mid-20s. We still have a little bit of gusty winds in Pullman, 22 mile per hour right now, but things are going to be settling down as we kind of settle into our overnight period. Also, area smoke. We have been so fortunate this year that we've had some stretches with a little bit of air quality issues from the smoke, but most of it is still being contained in Montana and parts of the Idaho Panhandle. So let's get you ready for your evening. When the sun goes down, we're just going to see mostly clear skies. Maybe get out the telescope. We have more sunshine to talk about tomorrow, but what we really got to get to is that heat coming for our weekend. It is going to be very unseasonably hot. I'll let you know the figures in my full forecast that's coming up later in the show.
We'll see you then, Jason. Thank you. Today marks 115 years since the great 1910 fire called the Big Burn.
That fire burned 3 million acres in Washington, Idaho, and Montana, killing 87 people. This is a photo of one of the buildings in Wallace that was destroyed in that fire. 1/3 of Wallace was destroyed. The fire shaped the future of wildfire policy, and new research shows its smoke even caused a spike in childhood deaths. Meteorologist Matt Gray took a look back at the weather conditions that allowed the fire to spread. You can watch his full breakdown by finding this story on our website, KXLY.com. Well, the first day of school is quickly approaching, and it's not unusual for a student to not always look forward to getting out of bed each morning to head to school.
But if they want to avoid the classroom on a regular basis, experts say something else may be at play. CNN's Mandy Gaither explains the not so obvious warning signs of emotional distress and what parents can do to help.
It isn't always easy getting out of the door for school, and while experts say it's normal for a student to not want to head to class every now and again, when it becomes a pattern, there may be a problem.
Maybe it's that they're not fitting in at school, they're experiencing bullying or just nervous about socializing. It may be a sign of a mental health concern like anxiety or depression. It may also be that they have a learning disability that hasn't been diagnosed yet.
Pediatric psychologist Ariana Howitt with Nationwide Children's Hospital says emotional distress may not look the same in children as it does adults. Warning signs may include behavior changes, tantrums, irritability, and anger. There may also be physical symptoms like stomach aches, headaches, and nausea, which could also signal a mental health concern like anxiety.
As parents, we want to often shield our kids from those difficult emotions. What happens though is if we let a child avoid, stay home from school, it actually makes the anxiety grow.
Instead, Howitt encourages parents to sit down with the child and get to the root of the problem. Validate what they're feeling, let them know you understand, then work together to problem solve.
If a child is feeling nervous about, let's say, socializing with others, then we practice those social skills at home. We practice them out in different environments so that when they do them at school, they feel more confident.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, barbershops in Spokane Valley and Post Falls will be offering free haircuts later this week. The Man Shop is hosting its second annual back-to-school haircut event, offering complimentary styles for kids ages 5 through 18. It's happening this Sunday at the Spokane Valley location on East Sprague. Then on Monday, the free haircuts will be at the Post Falls location on South Beck Road. Stylists will be working from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on both days, with services provided on a first-come, first-served basis. If you miss those dates, times, and locations, you can find this story on KXLY.com.
Well, the Whitworth Pirates are coming off a solid 2024 year and trying to get even better this fall.
But with over 30 players gone, Jack, it is a new-look Bucks team.
I mean, you can call that the story of college football nowadays. Whitworth barrels into a 2025 just excited and full of energy as they left last year. We went by practice today to check in on the guys to see how they're feeling 2 weeks out from the regular season. Don't miss their story coming up in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. King of the Cage, live Thursday, September 25th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $800 on Purple mattress and adjustable base bundles. And get a $300 gift. Or check out the Colorado Twin for only $149.99. Plus, get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
It's that time of year again. Time to donate to Coats for Kids. Kootenai Health is a proud sponsor of the first Coats for Kids opening day at the North Idaho Fair. Bring a new or gently used coat to the fair on August 21st and receive free admission, compliments of Kootenai Health. Help kids in need this winter and make sure they have a warm coat to go outside when the weather turns cold. Coats for Kids, keeping kids warm for almost 40 years.
Thanks to Kootenai Health, leading the way in advanced health care for our region.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Beep, beep. So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
She just paid $500,000 for Princess Diana's dress. The inside story. What drove her to pay all that money for the dress? Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. These besties show off their brains.
Is this up your alley?
We are dumber even than I realized.
And this comedy duo came to play.
How confident do you feel?
I'm trying to do like Vegas mind reading.
All New Millionaire, tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
A 10-2 season coming up just one game short of a conference title doesn't have too much room for improvement for the Whitworth Pirates to get even better, but nevertheless, they swashbuckle away in Spokane this late summer, only a couple weeks away until kickoff. We took a visit to the Pirates today to check in on them and how the team is feeling this preseason. High energy and spirits dominate the Whitworth Pirates fall camp as they put their last touches on the preseason.
Always step up when the moment's big. There's always going to be a big moment for a play to be made, and we just made those plays today, so that's why the injury came with it.
Well, we just have a great group of guys here. They're really passionate about the game of football. They love playing it. They love each other, so it's been really, really fun to be out here. We have a lot of work to do, but they're coachable, and they want to be coached. They want to be challenged.
Whitworth comes off a 10-2 season, dropping their conference title chance at home, though, to rival Linfield. They now recover and come back in part through a vastly changed roster. 32 players, including 18 starters, gone.
Man, as a coach, that's really challenging, man. Can we get this group to play at the standard that past groups have?
The Pirates welcome a new starting quarterback in Hawaiian Logan Lacio, the junior, ready for his first shot at the role.
In the offense, we preach a lot about mastering your 111th, so just doing your job out of the 11 guys on the field. And if I can do my job, I trust the other 10 guys on the field that they'll do their job. And if we all click together, the offense is going to run really well.
It's getting him the experience. It's one thing to know it, another thing to be able to do it when it's live. So just getting him as many reps, many live reps as we can. We have a lot of confidence in him.
1, 2, 3,
Whitworth opens the 2025 season against the Gustavus Adolphus Gusties, a squad the Pirates thrashed 40-7 last year.
Obviously, game one, you just get to go hit somebody else besides yourself.
Made the play off the mound. That ball's hooked deep to left field. On the run is Marsh, and the Mariners are going to have the lead.
And a one-handed low swing from Randy Rosarena knocks in run number 1, much to the chagrin of the Phillies announcing crew. But Luis Castillo serves a steaming meatball sandwich to Bryson Stott in the 9-hole. Then in comes Philly's leading run. And it gets tougher in the 4th. Max Kepler backs 8th and still rocks the home run. It's now 3-1. Gino Suarez does get a shot for Seattle redemption with the home run of his own. This dinger mushed between 3 strikeouts today, but it does help bring Philly lead back to 1. But Stott is still hot. The hit with the mid on the corners goes past the 3rd in the 7th inning. Another run is in, and the Avalanche shortly begins thereafter. I'll spare y'all from this. Philadelphia adds 5 in the inning, winning the game 11-2. Earning the series and the season sweep. So I'm not saying it's time to panic, but it's 5 straight losses for the M's, 7 L's in their last 8 games. I know the look on Derek's face is not.
But can we just get back home and get it all figured out? The emotional roller coaster of these M's.
It'll help. It'll help. A's coming up next.
Yeah.
A steaming meatball sandwich. I'm going to remember that during dinner, Jason.
Absolutely. I love that. All right, folks, a beautiful day today, but will it continue? And the heat is going to be on. Let me get you ready for that. Also, it's Wildlife Wednesday. That is next on 4 News Now. Stick with us.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
It's our Endless Summer Savings Sales Event, where you'll save $12,250 off new Sierra 1500 Denali's or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Introducing the leaf-free rain gutter protection system from McVeigh Brothers Roofing, Siding, Windows, and Rain Gutters. Never clean out your gutters again and put those dangerous ladders away, as the leaf-free system attaches right to your current rain gutters and protects it from all the leaves, pine needles, bird nests, and debris that can clog your system and cause problems. This system will extend the life of your gutters. For more information and a free quote, call Team McVeigh.
We're working for you.
Let's do it.
August 28th through September 1st, the 44th Annual Pig Out in the Park returns to beautiful Riverfront Park. Free admission, 65 food booths, 300 menu items, 4 adult beverage gardens, and 88 free concerts on 4 stages. Headliners include Too Slim, Sammy Eubanks, Tone Loc, the Blues Beatles from Brazil, Atomic Punk's Van Halen Tribute, and BCDC's AC/DC Tribute. For a complete list of food booths and bands, go to pigoutinthepark.com. August 28th through September 1st, attend the 44th Annual Pig Out in the Park.
Nothing says summer better than spending some time on your back deck. And nobody has a better decking selection than your local pros at Windsor Plywood.
From beautiful railing options to beautiful decking, Windsor Plywood has what you need.
For over 100 years, we've gathered here. Dusty boots meet blue ribbons, and fair food meets family tradition. At the North Idaho State Fair, we're not just making memories, we're keeping tradition alive. Join us August 15th through the 24th for the best 10 full days of unforgettable memories right here in North Idaho. Get your tickets now at nisfair.fun for the North Idaho State Fair, presented by ICCU.
It's our Endless Summer Savings Sales Event, where you'll save up to $14,000 or 3.9% APR on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
4 News Now is brought to you by CARD, the Center for Asbestos-Related Diseases.
Well, if you're looking for a meaningful way to support kids heading back to school, you can visit the Black Lens exhibit at the Northtown Mall. Through her partnership with Black Lens, Stephanie Courtney and Diverse Roots have helped create a free, safe space where young people can express themselves through art and also talk about the tough stuff.
We want to make sure that we help create space for people who are doing different types of art, whether that be music, actual painting, drawing, but also writing. And what I love about the Black Lens is that it is capturing history all over Spokane.
And this exhibit isn't just about showcasing art, it's about building community and giving young people a voice. It's a space where their stories matter, helping them face the school year with strength and confidence. The exhibit is open on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 3.
Really awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Everybody's looking for things to do in this last weekend for some before school starts, and that includes the animals. They're busy out there.
It's a Wildlife Wednesday. Let's get to it. We have a moose from John McGregor, moose near Mount Spokane Park Drive. A little gorgeous guy there as we move over. Look at that, a great horned owl. Look at, the owls always look cranky, to me at least. Dale Hughes sent us, now I've never heard of this, a Swainson's hawk in Lewiston. And when they go south, they go really south. They go to South America for the winter, so it's getting to be about time to be heading south. And look at this buddy in the weeds. Shannon Verity sent us this beautiful fox. Thank you so much for everybody. You can email, well, email Chris, please, but email me when I'm filling in for your next Wildlife Wednesday. All right, folks, what a gorgeous day we had today. As I said, it's about as average as we can see. Just beautiful conditions, lower 80s. We're not going to cool down very much in our overnight period, but seasonal temps, again, they're going to be a little above that tomorrow. The sunshine continues. It is staying dry. In the 90s, they return very soon, just not tomorrow. We got to wait till Friday, and if Friday misses it by a bit, we're definitely going to be in it as we get to our weekend. So 86 tomorrow, our average for this time of year, right around 83, 82, and then we're going to be looking at mid-90s. This is quite a stretch to kind of end the unofficial end of summer, which of course is Labor Day, and this is leading right into Labor Day, so we'll see how hot it remains into Labor Day. But if you do love the summer fun, get outside if you can this weekend. It's going to be very summer-like. So on our radar, we are looking at just clear skies throughout the region. We have, again, some storms way up north in Canada. That's the nearest. Now, our chances of rain are 0 for the next few days, if not well into our next work week. That is one negative we have for this summer, is we just desperately need some precipitation. Hopefully we'll see a rainy September on the way to get us back on track. But other than that, it's going to be gorgeous. And look at this. We're in the lower 80s for many of our cities, starting to creep into the 70s. Pullman at 78, Lewiston 87, Tri-Cities at 89. Again, just gorgeous conditions today, and that will continue. 24-hour change. We're a little cooler than we were yesterday. Tomorrow, kind of flip the script. We're going to be about this warmer by the time we get to tomorrow, and then just climbing up until we get to Saturday, when we're going to level out at those mid-90s. So winds, we had quite a bit of gusty winds, especially in Spokane today. We had some mid-20 gusts earlier, just about 2 hours ago, down to 5 miles per hour, and really all of our areas are slowing down. Save for Pullman, they're going to slow down in the next hour or two, still seeing gusts around 22 miles per hour. So for your 7-day forecast, 86 on your Thursday tomorrow. Look at this, just plenty of sunshine, maybe a hint of cloud coverage for Saturday and Sunday. 90 on your Friday, and then those mid-90s. And we haven't had a stretch of 90s yet this summer. It's been about 3 or 4 at the tops. So this could be the longest stretch of our 90s. Kind of the last hurrah of summer. Again, make plans, get the sunscreen out, check in on neighbors who might be living alone. It is going to be very hot. But again, tomorrow, going to be much like today, just a tad warmer.
All right, Jason, thank you. If you haven't curled up with a good book in a while, you're not the only one.
Yeah, reading for pleasure has plummeted sharply over the past 2 decades. That's what a new study published in the journal iScience found. Researchers looked at Americans' reading habits from 2003 to 2023. They found that reading for pleasure across the board dropped steadily, about 3% each year. There were even steeper declines in people with lower education and income levels. However, there is one genre that seems to be doing well, and that's considered romantasy or romantic fantasy. Jason's laughing. He had a question about this earlier. Those series are still on the rise, also gaining in popularity. Mystery books.
Romantasy. All right, if you're looking for some recommendations, our producer recommends picking up The Tainted Cup from the library, especially if you're a fan of fantasy mystery novels. If you don't like it, send your complaints to Steven at... No, okay, I'm not going to give his full email.
I just learned something new about Steven today with this story.
All right, summer may be winding down, but there's still time to squeeze in one last family getaway.
And Labor Day weekend could be the perfect chance with options for end of summer fun that won't break the bank. CNN's Karen Kafa explains.
Labor Day is sneaking up on a lot of Americans just because it's so early this year. It's actually next weekend, and AAA says that travelers will find lower domestic airfares and hotel rates than they did for the same weekend last year. Travel experts also advise grabbing last-minute deals because the fall could bring some changes. Labor Day weekend is next week and likely won't bring the blockbuster holiday travel of Memorial Day or July 4th.
A lot of kids and families are going back to school, so there's going to be less people traveling in general.
AAA says their data for the Labor Day weekend, August 28th through September 1st, shows gas prices staying steady. Average hotel rates 11% lower than in 2024, and domestic airfares 6% lower. Consumers looking for a last-minute deal won't be alone. With economic uneasiness over tariffs and a softening labor market, Katie Nastro of travel website Going says hesitant households have made last-minute booking a theme of this summer.
A lot of travelers this summer sort of waited and waited to decide if they were going to actually spend on a summer trip. So what we saw over the summer is a lot of last minute or close-in bookings for summer travel.
But the uncertainty has also prompted airlines to pare schedules from where they were during the post-pandemic travel boom.
There has been hesitancy, and so with that, earlier in the year, airlines did actually adjust schedules. See, we're actually not seeing as we're not seeing as robust schedules as we had seen in previous years coming out of the pandemic.
And fewer seats can mean higher airfares. The July Consumer Price Index showed airfares creeping up, an increase of 4% between June and July. Travel experts warn they could climb higher after a September and October low. That's because immediately after September and October comes the holiday travel rush. And some travel experts anticipate that households that waived off summer travel plans will really commit to that Thanksgiving and end of year travel. That could mean even more competition for those holiday seats. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Well, before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival is coming to Spokane. Join us for a weekend of culinary delights, all built around food and wine. Tickets can be purchased via the Experiences tab on the Davenport Hotel's Collections website. The festival is brought to you by these sponsors.
At Parker Toyota, Toyota trucks aren't just vehicles, they're a tradition built on performance, reliability, and unmatched durability. That legacy lives on in every new Tundra and Tacoma, powered by innovation, loaded with advanced technology, and ready for whatever the Northwest brings.
The same high standards that built these legendary trucks guide our customer service because tradition isn't just preserved, it's lived.
Toyota trucks, built for generations at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. And during Purple's Labor Day sale, save up to $500 on select mattresses. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple. You're the eyes on the pool, the keeper of peace, and the sunscreen warrior.
Cannonball! Still trying for that cannonball record, huh?
But why not make your money work as hard as you do? Get 3.5% APY with an Ascend checking account and let your hustle earn dividends. Visit p1fcu.org/earn to learn more.
Are you looking for a cool new tricked-out truck? Something lifted and loaded, perfect for the Inland Northwest? Then you need to head on out to Cal Cars Superstores, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's Truck Kings.
We always have the best selection of trucks in the 509 and the 208.
Half-ton to three-quarter ton, to dualies and diesels. Nobody has a better selection at a better price than Cal. Like your deal, love your wheels. This week at Cal.
The Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival is coming to Spokane. Join us for a weekend of culinary delights, all built around food and wine. Tickets can be purchased via the Experiences tab on the Davenport Hotel's Collections website. The festival is brought to you by these sponsors.
Watch our countdown to kickoff.
Sunday at 7, streaming live on KXLY Plus.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, a recent report shows 46% of people with credit cards carry debt over month to month. A financial expert shares the tips to paying off your credit card debt tonight on Nightside.
And here's what we're tracking for tomorrow. More sun and seasonal temps. This weekend, the heat will be on mid-90s. Next week, sunny and well above average temperatures. A quick look at your Thursday. Look at all of that sunshine. Just a skosh warmer than today. But this beautiful, spectacular inland Northwest summer continues into our penultimate weekend of August.
And then Friday into the weekend, we're up into the 90s again,
Back into the mid-90s by Saturday.
All right.
It looked like a little picture of Manitou Park on your graphic, and it's gorgeous right now,
Yes,
Duncan
it is.
Gardens.
Yeah. See you at 11.